that I'm trying to get conditioned to do 3 hours. Trust me, bro, I'm good. I can do 3 hours standing on my head. Yeah. People that used to listen to the show back in the day, the Stews, we, for many years, did a 4-hour show. That's right. I can't. What time was it? It was probably like I think it was from like 3 to 7. I think that's what that was the time slot that we had from like 3 to 7. So we did 4 hours like it wasn't nothing. Now I don't have somebody to lean on as far as, you know, they talk a little bit and I rest. But yeah, I mean, we good, man. We're definitely doing the 3-hour thing coming up real soon here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yep. Tell you more about it when it happens. All right, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Make sure you follow the show at Spreaker.com. So go to Spreaker.com, search and find the Doug Stewart Show. Once you find it, hit the follow button. All right, make sure you do that so that you'll get an alert on your phone, and you'll be up to date on any time a show comes out live. It's a podcast as well, so you can go back and listen to all the other episodes, man. People listen to episodes of this show, not just my show, but other shows on the network as well. People will listen to or go back and listen to an episode, or they'll listen to an episode for the first time up to like a month. Yeah, like every day people will listen to an episode, and I think people are behind, and so they'll listen to it when they can, and they don't really care that it's kind of dated. They're just tuning in for the fun and shenanigans, I guess. So, yeah, somebody will go and listen to this show every day. New people listen to this show every day for like a month straight before it really dies off and nobody clicks onto it. But, yeah, that's what our analytics say, man. Thank you so much for supporting the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Speaking of which, let me grab a call. Let's grab a call right now. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
This Big Apple Bastard calling from Charlotte.
Who?
This Big Apple Bastard calling from Charlotte.
The Big Apple Bastard. Good morning, Big Apple Bastard. Have you paid that man his money yet?
For the record, he owe me money, Doug. And you're supposed to be a neutral host. So I need you to cease and desist.
Cease and desist?
Yes,
Big Apple Bastard, he owes you money? I saw the actual screen pic of the wager that you guys had together. So you're contending that Texas Ty owes you money?
Yes, sir. That bet had 2 parts. He was supposed to come to TVSS, and he was supposed to socialize with colored folks. He didn't ask me for the definition of colored folks, of socializing with colored folks. So he lost the bet right there, Doug.
Yeah. Hey, Big Apple Bastard, we gotta let you go, man. I mean, and I didn't think we'd have to go down this path today, man. Where I had to explain this whole Big Apple Bastard Texas Tide thing to new listeners to the Doug Stewart Show, but I guess I need to after that call. I appreciate the call, Big Apple Bastard. The bastard. So to make a long story short, I kind of gave you the abbreviated version earlier. The guy you just heard right now, the starving, raving lunatic of a person we call Big Apple Bastard. He had a wager with another Stewie. A couple of weeks ago, we had the Doug Stewart Show weekend number 2, celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. And Big Apple Bastard and Texas Ty went back and forth in the chat room, and Big Apple Bastard didn't think for a second that Texas Ty, one of our Caucasian brothers, who supports this show day in and day out, Big Apple Bastard thought that Texas Ty wasn't going to come and hang out with, as he put it, the colored people. Right. Yeah, colored like it's 1964. Not only did the great Texas Ty drive 14 hours to Atlanta each way, to and fro. Not only did he do that, but he hung out with the said colored people every single night. Him and his beautiful wife. So I don't understand. I think Big Apple Bastard is kind of bipolar. I don't understand what he means. There was a second part to the bet where he had to hang out. Once again, these are the words that he used. That Texas Ty had to hang out with colored people. He hung out with us Friday night at Cafe Circa, the colored people. He hung out with us Saturday at Twin Peaks in Buckhead. And he also, before he hit the road, 14 hours, mind you, he hung out with us at the Two Live Stews tailgate at the Georgia Dome. So I don't know what more hanging out you want, man. Pay that man his money, Big Apple Bastard. They bet paychecks. And I understand that he bit off more than he could chew. He wrote a check that his ass can't cash. I understand that. He can't go and tell his wife that he have to give his paycheck off to some dude down there in Texas. I understand that's tough. But you supposedly of high moral character, Big Apple Bastard, and always talking this high and mighty stuff in the chat room. I'm not going to go over this again. You know what it is. If you would have lost that bet, you would have wanted your damn money. I'm going to say it one more time. If you would have lost the bet, you would have wanted your money. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that you probably would have took a special trip down to Texas to get your damn money. I don't have to be neutral nothing. I don't have to be neutral nothing. As a matter of fact, I said it a couple weeks ago, man. I almost feel responsible for this whole thing. I feel like I should be the moderator in the whole damn thing. Okay? I feel like I should be the moderator because Texas Ty, he came and he hung out with us. That was his first, goal, and he did that, and he showed much love, and I appreciated Texas Ty. But Texas Ty knew it, and I didn't know at the time. Texas Ty looked at this whole thing as a business trip. Pay that man his money. Pay that man his money. And once again, I'm done with it after this. I didn't mean to even spend this much time with it. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I didn't even mean to spend this much time with it. Clearly, your whole recollection of how the bet was supposed to go down is a lie. And clearly, the biggest thing out of this whole thing, and everybody knows about you and how you roll in the chat room that listen to this show, okay, and have read some of your commentary as far as post in the chat room, everybody knows that if you would have won the bet, you would have wanted your money. Right is right. Right is right. The way my granddad used to always say it, right is right. Pay that man his damn money. And I'm done with this now. Don't call back up here no more. Don't call back up here no more until I hear that you paid that man's money. And we'll open up the doors of the church to you once again. But don't call back up. Matter of fact, you call back up here, man. I mean, I'm not even going to entertain your conversation until you pay that man his damn money. From 9-0 the wino in the chat room. That drive alone is worth the bet. Exactly. 14 hours? Have I ever? Like, I've never driven 14 hours. Oh, yeah, I have. I've driven to New York before. But that was only one time. We never really used to drive to New York when I was younger. My pops worked at the airport. I always tell that story. So we always used to fly. Buddy passes galore for everybody. So I hated the one time I drove to New York was when I was in college with one of my line brothers. And we drove to New York. And I'm not going to tell you we went up there before, but we went up there for a couple of days. It was like a quick shot and back. 14 hours? Nah, that's a lot. Okay? And you know what? 14 hours from Texas, I'm pretty sure that he came 20. 20 is not 20. 20 is in Atlanta. Highway 10. I used to live in Pensacola, Florida, so I know about Highway 10. Highway 10 goes from Jacksonville all the way to California. So it runs through Florida, the panhandle of Florida, through Pensacola, then through Alabama, through Mobile, and then through Biloxi, Mississippi, I believe, and then I believe my geography's right on this, and then through Louisiana, and then I think you hit Texas. So it's one straight shot. So it's not like a lot of turnoffs, and you can't see a lot of scenery. It's 14 long, boring hours. Pay that man his damn money. Pay that man his money, man. I mean, this thing is really bothering me, man, because, listen, I'm going to move on from this, man. I'm spending too much time with this, and this man called up here today, man, and just messed up my whole flow and got me into feeling some type of way. But we know how you get down, Big Apple bastard. We know how you get down. If it was somebody else, maybe it would be a question, but we know you and how you get down and your temperament. And your personality. You know, you one of them, like my granddad used to say, you one of them hell raisers. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually welcome it in the show and the difference of opinion and your staunch opinions on certain subjects and topics. I get it. I welcome that. Diversity. But you would have wanted your money. I'm willing to bet my life on it that you would have made a special trip to Texas to get your damn money. And I told you also, man, work something out with this man. You know, maybe he can put you on some type of payment plan. Maybe he can put you on layaway, something like that. Or maybe he might even take a buyout. Maybe he'll take, I don't know, 40 cents on the dollar. I mean, at this point, he'll probably take anything because he don't expect to get nothing because your ass is welching on the bet. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Andre Elam, I saw tied by a necktie from Rel Scott, too. A man bought a necktie from Rel Scott, and now you don't want to pay him? Right. My man Rel Scott, shouts out to Rel Scott. He got a little side business of selling ties. He gave me and my brother one. Thank you, Rel. I'm not even going to read this message. You know what? I am going to read this message to show you how fugazi Big Apple Bastard is. This is a post from Big Apple Bastard, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a post from the Big Apple Bastard in the chat room. That man didn't socialize to my standards. This is my bet, son. I'm done, man. I'm not reading no more of your damn chat messages. I'm not taking no more of your phone calls. Whatever. I'm done. Loose neck side. Doug drove 14 hours running dope to Connecticut. No. From Big L, never beat a guy who didn't, or never bet a guy who didn't pay the first one, bro. Yeah. From Rough Buff. Rel got them ties 2 for $10 because they got junk up the block. What? Why are you talking about Rel's ties? Rel's ties were great. From Rel, the intern Scott, primetime ties. Hashtag primetime ties. From Uncle Mike, GTFOH. From Leon, laugh aloud. What does that even mean? Right. What does he didn't socialize with the black people to my standards mean? What does that even mean? I'm done, bruh. I'm done. Bro, you remind me of another cat that we had in the chat room a while back that we had to suspend forever. What was his name? Oh, yeah. The great Jungle Brother. We had to suspend Jungle Brother, delete his account forever. You remind me a lot of that guy. Has anybody heard from Jungle Brother? I mean, it was nothing personal, but we had to just let his ass go from the chat, from the show, period. I hope he's doing all right. Yeah. All right. When we get back from the break, I think we'll go ahead and give out these ball peanuts now, man. Bust of the Week, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Coming up next, The Doug Stewart Show. radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos,